Awesome. So welcome everybody. Hello, whether you're watching this on the recording or whether you're joining me live now. This is the final flow and release class of the series that we've done of 7 classes. You should only need one myofascial ball today for this session. So just make sure that you've grabbed that. We're going to be working up the front of the legs into the quads, primarily the rectus femoris, which is one of the 4 quad muscles that comes and crosses the hips, and then a little bit around the hips as well. And as we work through the flow to open the rectus femoris and the hips, we're going to kind of see at the end of the class how that has fared for us in terms of our back bending, because as you can imagine, if this muscle here is really tight, you're not going to be able to take yourself very easily into a back bend. So hopefully by working through the front of this muscle and the front of the hips, you'll be able to loosen them up a bit and then find that you can take yourself into deeper back bends. Good. So grab your ball and we're going to come straight into some myofascial work. Bring the ball just under, above the top of the left knee there for yourself, and then bring your right leg up into a pigeon pose. So you're drawing yourself forward on your mat and your ball is just above the knee, just at that kind of bottom area of the rectus femoris muscle. And then you can bring yourself down onto your forearms and just allow the weight of the left thigh just to sink down into the ball. And take a couple of breaths there. And then you can just begin to flex and extend the legs. So drawing your left heel up towards your sit bone and then releasing it back down. Inhaling and exhaling. And you'll probably be able to feel a little bit of that movement of the fascial tissue, that kind of gliding effect, one layer over another layer. Good, take one more here, breathe in, and then just release the foot back down and pause again in this same spot for a couple of breaths. Good. And then you're going to move yourself kind of down your mat a little bit backwards, and the ball's going to move up. So you're going to bring the ball kind of in the middle of the thigh now. So you're still on that same muscle, but a little bit further up, and you're going to find another spot. You might need to shift the right leg out to the side a bit further, so that you can really allow the whole of the weight of the thigh to draw down into the ball. Just take another couple of breaths there. And then again, flexing and extending. So drawing the heel in and then releasing. Drawing the heel in and releasing. And just working with the breath. No need to move fast with this fascial work. Good. And then one more spot on this leg. You're going to roll yourself back a bit further. So the ball will come up right kind of to the top part of the thigh here. And if you want to, you can kind of shift left and right laterally a little bit on the mat, just to to avoid having a spot that's too strong. You want to have a spot that you can hold relatively easily, but you can still feel there's some change happening in the tissue. And then again, just beginning to flex and extend the leg there. Good. Take another couple of breaths on this side. And then just release the leg back down. Take a few more breaths. Lovely. And then just put yourself back up. Just move the ball to the side for a moment. You're going to come onto the shins, tuck the toes. Take the hands just to the lower back, point the fingers up. And we're going to take a brief or a small camel pose just to begin to feel the difference in the sides here. So lift up through the side body, lengthen the heart to the sky. Inhale, bring yourself into a gentle, gentle back bend. No need to force anything. And then just shut the eyes and notice the difference in the sensations in the left leg and the right leg now. That side that we've worked and the side that we haven't worked. Good, take one more breath. Inhale, come all the way back up. And then exhale, we'll take it onto the opposite side. So grab your ball again, bring it just above the knee joint. You want to avoid being on the bone, you want to be right on that muscle. And then bring your left leg forward into that pigeon shape. Coming down onto the forearms, find your first point. And just take a couple of breaths there. And again, if you want to, you could move laterally across the ball a bit to find that point. And then working with the breath, just beginning to flex and extend the leg. Good. Take another breath here. Release the leg back down. Pause and hold. Breathe. Good. And then you're moving backwards. The ball's moving up the leg to that kind of midpoint somewhere. And again, find a point that you can stay with. Take a few breaths. Good. And then flexing and extending here. Good. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, release and hold. Good. And then finding a final point up towards the hip. So roll yourself back another couple of inches, roll the ball up another couple of inches. Take a moment just to find a spot that's going to work for you on that top part of the muscle fiber there. And then hold. Lovely. And then flexing and extending. One more breath. Good. Release down. Exhale. Walk the hands back. Just move the ball off the mat. Come back into a camel pose. So tuck the toes. Hands to the sacrum, fingers point up. Inhale, lift and lengthen through the sides of your body. Exhale, bring yourself over, and again, shut the eyes and just notice that front side of the leg, front side of the hip. The changes that you've already begun to create to loosen. Lovely. Plant the hands down. Tuck the toes if they're not already. Step back, downward facing dog. Exhale. And then gaze between the hands and jump yourself through to a seat and lie yourself down onto your back. Hug both knees in towards the chest. Draw the head up towards the knees. Inhale. And then exhale, release. Interlace the hands behind the head. Bring the elbows up towards the ceiling. Inhale, lift the head and the chest off the floor. Just find a bit of length on the back of the neck there. Inhale again, and then exhale, send the legs directly up towards the ceiling. Keep the belly strong here. Keep the front ribs drawing down in towards the mat. Keep pushing through the heels. Inhale, and then exhale and lower the legs about 30 degrees towards the top of the mat. Inhale, and then lower the right leg all the way to hover off the ground and hold. Keep reaching forward through the right foot. Take another couple of breaths. Good, then bring the right leg back up to join the left. Bring both legs up to the top, and then lift the hips and curl the upper body in towards the knees. Exhale back. Second side, lower the legs 30 degrees. Lower the left leg all the way down to hover and reach forward through that left foot. So you can kind of visualize the whole of the top of the left thigh opening, the top of the left hip. Make sure that you're releasing through the neck and the shoulders. One more inhale. Good. Left leg comes up, both legs come up. Lift the sit bones, draw the head and the elbows in. Exhale back down. We'll take that one more time. So breathing in. Both legs down 30 degrees. Right leg down to hover. Hold. Right leg comes back up, both legs up. And then lift the hips. Draw the head in towards the knees. Exhale there. Both legs down 30 degrees. Left leg down all the way to hover. Reach through the left foot. Reach up through the right foot as well. It's like you're kind of scissoring the legs in two different directions. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, left leg up, both legs up. And then lift the sit bones and curl in. Exhale there. Good. Release the head and the chest back to the floor. Hug the knees in. Take a breath. And then take both of your arms wide in a T shape. Turn the palms down. Inhale. Exhale, send both legs back up to the sky. Inhale, bring both legs over towards the right side of your mat, about halfway down, or about halfway down, or maybe a third. As soon as you feel the left rib cage draw off the mat, you've gone too far. So bring yourself back a little bit. And then try and soften the left rib down, left shoulder down, left side of the neck. One more breath. Inhale. Come back to center. Exhale, switch sides. Reach through the heels. And again, as soon as you notice the right rib cage has lifted, you've gone a little bit too far. Draw yourself back. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to center. Exhale, hug the knees in, draw the head to the knees. Good. Inhale, rocking and rolling yourself forward and back now. Turning yourself over your shins and coming to all fours. Inhale, reach the right arm up towards the sky. Open the chest towards the right side of your mat. And then exhale, spiral the right arm in and underneath. Thread the needle. And just take a couple of breaths there, allowing the spine to unravel. Good, come back to center, all fours. Inhale, exhale. Switch sides, left arm lifts. Inhale. Spiral that left arm in and underneath. Thread the needle on the other side. Exhale there. Good, one more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Come back all fours. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale, shifting back. And as you hold in downward dog for a couple of breaths, just bring your awareness back to the front of the thighs, the quads. And just notice, again, this kind of space that you've got between the thighs and the front of the hip. Take another breath here. And then you can either step or jump yourself forward to the top of your mat and bow down into the legs. Grab your elbows with your hands. Bend both knees really deeply and bring your belly down onto the thighs there. So you can really feel the whole of the back of the hip opening. Soften the neck. And then slowly begin to straighten the legs. But as soon as you feel the belly pull off the thighs, just stop there. You want to keep the belly down onto the thighs so we're opening through the back of the hip. Take another breath. Good. Inhale, release the hands, and then slowly begin to curl yourself up to a standing position. Exhaling there. Sweep the arms overhead. Bring the palms together across the wrists. Inhale, and then exhale, leaning to the right side into a lateral stretch. Pushing down through your left heel, straighten through your elbows. Good. Inhale back to center. Cross the other wrist in front. Reach up through the fingers. Inhale. Exhale, left side. Good. One more breath. Inhale. Come back to center. Exhale, take the hands behind you. Interlace the fingers. Lift and lengthen the heart up. Inhale. And then shift yourself over into Uttanasana. And exhale there. Take the palms together. And then try and draw the pinky fingers towards the top of the mat. Bend the knees deeply. Bring the belly to the thighs. Good. Inhale. Release the hands. Ardha Uttanasana. Extend the chest forward. And then exhale, stepping or jumping yourself back to a plank position. Lower yourself all the way down onto the belly. Bring the hands by the chest. Draw the front of the feet down and back into the ground. And then lift and lengthen the chest forward into a gentle cobra pose. And I want you to really notice the whole of the front side of the body opening here. So all the way from the tops of the feet through the tops of the thighs, front of the hips, belly, chest. Inhale. Exhale, release. And again, drawing back through the tops of the feet, encouraging that opening, particularly through the tops of your quads and the front of your hips. Inhale. Exhale, release. Good. Tuck the toes. Coming through plank or child's pose to down dog. Exhale there. Gaze between your hands. Step or jump yourself forward. Lift and lengthen. Inhale. And then bow yourself down. Again, exhale. Coming to standing, breathing in. Same variation, Surya Namaskar A with these slight adjustments. Interlace the hands behind the back. Bring the other finger on top, so it might feel a little bit funky. Lift and lengthen with your heart. Inhale, and then send the arms overhead behind you as you exhale. Again, bend through the knees and bring the belly down onto the knees to open the back side of the hip. One more breath. Good. Inhale, release the hands, bring them underneath the knees, extend the chest forward. And then exhale, stepping or jumping yourself back and lower to the floor, preparing again for that cobra pose. So draw back through your pinky toes, draw back through the tops of your feet. Legs are strong, lift the heart forward. And then exhale, release. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale through plank to down dog. Exhale there. 3 breaths. Good. Finishing this round, gaze between the hands. Step or jump yourself forward. Inhale to extend. Exhale to bow. And then come all the way up. Breathing in. So focusing on opening through the front of the hip. Inhale, reach the arms back wide. Exhale, bow over. And you're going to bend into the left knee and you're going to send the right leg back behind you. You're going to lift and lengthen the chest forward, bend into the left knee deeply, and then see if you can reach the right foot towards the back of the mat. So I talk a lot about Go-Go Gadget. It's like Inspector Gadget. If you remember, kind of lengthening back through that right leg and then taking the rib cage forward a bit more. So there's a variation of standing splits just to help to open the front of the hip. You take one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, plank or chaturanga. And then lowering down. Moving through an upward facing dog. Inhale. And then downward facing dog. Exhale. Right leg scissors straight to the sky. Inhale. And then you're going to bring the weight forward into the hands, bend into the left knee, and you're going to jump that left foot forward to the top of the mat. Again, standing split, square the hips to the ground, opening through the front of the hip, and then bring the right foot down to meet the left and bow. Come to standing, breathing in. Breathing out. Same thing on the second side. Arms come wide. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Good. Bring the weight into the right foot. Go-Go Gadget your left leg back. Bend into the right knee as much as you need to. You can walk the hands forward as well. Think about that left foot. Draw it back to the back of your mat. So you really can feel this opening through the whole front left side of the hip and the quad. Reach the rib cage forward. Good. One more breath. Inhale. Step it back and lower. Exhale. Plank or chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Breathing in. Downward facing dog. Breathing out. Left leg scissors to the sky straight away. Inhale. Bring the weight forward into the hands. Bend through your right knee. Hop the right foot forward. Standing splits again. Reach that left foot back, back, back. And then exhale. Bring the left foot down to meet the right. Bow into the legs. Coming all the way back through into standing. Reach the arms wide. Exhale, bring hands into prayer. So we're going to take that again on both sides so you can really continue to encourage this opening. You know where we're going now. Take the arms open and wide. Inhale. And then exhale, fold. Good. Lift and lengthen halfway. Inhale. Send the right leg back behind you, standing split. Bend the left knee. Walk the hands forward. Walk the rib cage forward. Reach back, back, back through that right foot. And notice if that right hip is externally rotating, you want to keep the right hip point facing down towards the floor. You want to lift the inner part of the right thigh up. Great. Inhale to plank or chaturanga, step it back. Exhale to lower. Coming through a back bend and then to down dog, or you can skip the vinyasa, it's up to you. When you reach downward facing dog, right leg scissors straight away. Inhale, bring the weight into the hands, bend into your left knee, and then hop that left foot forward, standing splits to the top of the mat. Good. Exhale, bring the right foot down, bow into the legs. Inhale to standing. Exhale, hands in prayer. Left side. Inhale, arms wide. Exhale, folding over. Inhale, bend into the right knee, extend the left leg back behind you, standing splits. Walk the hands forward. And again, this side, notice if this left hip's turning out, and if it is, turn it in. Lift the inner part of the left thigh up instead. Good, breathe here. Lovely. Step it back, plank or chaturanga. Inhale, and then exhale, lower. Up dog or cobra. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Left leg scissors straight away. Inhale. Bring the weight into the hands. Bend the right knee. Powerfully jump that right foot forward. Standing splits. Inhale. Good. Bring the left foot down to meet the right. Exhale there. Fold to the legs. Come to standing. Breathing in. Breathing out, hands in prayer. Good. Utkatasana. Sit the weight into the heels. Reach the arms forward. Take a couple of breaths. Lovely. And then exhale, fold yourself over and move yourself through a vinyasa. Lift and lengthen the chest. Step or jump yourself back. Lower down. Coming all the way up. Inhale. Down dog as you exhale. We'll pause here in down dog for 3 breaths. One more inhale. And then on your next inhale, step the right foot forward between the hands and pop the left foot down. So you're coming into a warrior one legs. You're going to keep yourself low. You're going to take both of your hands and you're going to walk them off to the top left corner of the mat there. And then just to kind of increase this opening through the whole of the front left side of the hip here, I want you to bring the weight forward into the hands slightly and then push the floor away through the hands and draw the weight back into the back foot. So you're creating more of an opening through that left side of the leg, also through the side of the body. Holding here. 2 more breaths. Lovely. Walk the hands back. Either down dog or a vinyasa, your choice. And then the left side, the left foot steps through. Back heel comes down. Again, warrior one in your legs. Bring both of the hands inside of the left foot. Walk them off the top right corner of your mat. Bring the weight out of the back foot and into the hands. And then push the floor away through the hands and draw the weight back into the back foot. Holding here, notice if this left bottom cheek is kind of sticking out. Try and scoop it in and down. So you're wrapping the left hip underneath you and then sending your tailbone back towards your right heel. Take another few breaths. Good. Inhale. Walk the hands back. Your choice. Either through a vinyasa, you're going to move, or you're going to step straight to down dog. We'll pause in down dog for 3 breaths. If you need to take child's pose for a moment, then you can do that. Up to you. Two more breaths, and then we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, scissor the right leg to the sky, and then step it through between the hands and bring the back knee down on the ground. You're going to lift the arms up overhead for a moment, and I just want you to think about curling the tailbone forwards towards your right heel. So just make that key action happen in the bottom of the body. Good. And then you're going to take your right hand back down onto the floor towards the outside of your right foot and reach your left forearm forward. Now keep that tailbone curling forward towards your right heel. Keep the right heel hugging back towards your left knee. Reach through your left fingers. Again, you'll find this whole opening through the left front side of the hip there. Good, and then inhale and take the left hand forward and over towards the top right corner of the mat. So you're reaching through the right fingers towards the top right corner of your mat. Good, keep that, and then see if you can walk the right hand round a little bit further towards the right hip, maybe reaching the left arm a little bit further over as well. Stay with it. And then your choice, you might even choose to challenge yourself, tuck the back toe, hover the back leg. If you are, lift the inner part of the left thigh up, send that inner left heel back. Take one more breath. Good. And then inhale, plant the hands down either sides of your front foot. Step forward and bow, Uttanasana, forward fold. Good, Utkatasana, chair pose, inhale. Interlace the hands behind the back, lift the heart. And then exhale, forward fold. And we're going to hold here for about 5 or 6 breaths. I want you to, like we did right at the beginning of class, bend the knees really deeply and bring the belly down onto the thighs. Draw the palms together, send the arms overhead. 2 more breaths. Good, release the palms. Inhale, sweep the arms forward, chair pose. Good, exhale, hinge and fold. All the way down. Lift and lengthen halfway, breathing in. Stepping or jumping yourself back, plank pose. Breathing out towards the floor. Lifting up, back bend, inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale, 3 breaths. Good, same on the left side. So step the left foot in between the hands, bring the back knee down. Think about that key action that we worked with on the first side. So the tailbone wants to track forwards towards the left heel. Bring the left hand down just outside of your left foot there, and then reach the right arm forward. Keep curling the tailbone forwards towards the left heel. Keep drawing your left heel back towards your right knee. Good. And then just begin to take the right hand towards the top left corner of the mat. So you're bringing it over to the side. Breathe, reach. Lovely. And then walk the left hand around to the left side of the hip a bit more. You may want to have a brick, up to you. Reach the right arm further over. Take one more breath. Maybe you stay here with the knee on the ground. Maybe you hover the back leg off the ground. Good. One more inhale. Exhale there. Inhale, plant the hands, step forward, bow into the legs. Exhale. Chair pose. Inhale. Interlace the hands behind your back. Lift the heart. Exhale, fold forward and bow. And again, 5 breaths here. Bend the knees deeply. Bring the belly down onto the thighs. Two more breaths. Good. Chair pose. Release the hands. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward and bow. Lift and lengthen halfway. Inhale. Stepping or jumping yourself back, plank or chaturanga. Exhale to the floor. Good. Up dog, cobra. Breathing in. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Breathing out. Good, lovely. Right leg will scissor. Inhale. Step it through, coming up for crescent lunge. So powering through the feet here, lifting all the way up. And then same as we did just now in the low lunge, I want you to think about curling the tailbone forward towards the front heel. Remember, it's fine to keep a bend in the back knee. More important that you have space in the lower back than force the leg up. Good, so keep the tailbone tracking forward towards the front heel. Inhale, and then standing splits again. Bring the hands down, bring the left leg up to hover. Square the hips. Try and bring this left leg backwards as much as you can, and then power down through that right foot and see if you can hover the hands off the floor and take Jana Mudra. So you're going to bring your index finger and your thumb together. You're folding in towards your standing leg. You're reaching your hands back behind you. Take one more breath. Inhale. Good. Exhale, bring your left ankle behind your right. So you're forward folding, left ankle behind right. Exhale there. Push down through the feet and try and lift the inner arch a little bit here of the foot. And then keep the legs where they are and walk both of your hands off towards the top right corner of your mat. Keep drawing the left outer hip back as you hold here in this twist. Good, and then walk the hands back. Lift that left leg back up, standing splits. Inhale, back to crescent lunge. It's like you're reversing what we just did. Inhale there, lift the arms. And then exhale, vinyasa. Good, lifting up through the chest. Downward facing dog. Left side, left leg will step through. Bring yourself up for crescent lunge. And again, just find that key action through the tailbone. So tailbone tracks forwards towards the left heel. Reach through your fingers. Inhale. And then bring the hands down for standing splits on the other side. Lift the right leg. Power down through that standing leg, through the left foot. And then maybe testing the balance and bringing the hands off into Jana Mudra. One more breath. Good. Right ankle comes behind the left, folding forward. Exhale. Good. And then walk both of your hands off to the top left corner of your mat. One more breath here. Draw the right hip back. Good. Walk the hands back to center. Power down through that left leg again. Lift the right leg up. Standing splits. We're reversing. Pop the right foot down. Crescent lunge. Inhale. Vinyasa. Exhale. Inhale, lifting the chest. Exhale. Downward dog, child's pose, Virasana, kneeling if you prefer. We're going to be here for 5 breaths. Good, one more breath. Lovely, joining in down dog if you're resting. And then inhale, scissor the right leg high, step it through and set up for Virabhadrasana B, Warrior 2. Inhale. Thinking about this opening through the front of the hips, make sure you're drawing the thigh bones out of the hip sockets. So you're tracking this right knee forward and you're pushing back through the outside edge of the back foot there. Take the arms wide. Lovely. And then turn the palms and reverse your warrior. Lovely. Keep the reverse through the upper body, straighten the front leg. So it's like you're coming into triangle pose. Reach back, 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 back through the right fingers. Scoop your right sit bone underneath you. Lovely. And then come all the way up. Inhale. Trikonasana. Exhale. Take your left arm over the ear. Turn your pinky finger down. And then reach the little finger forward, forward, forward towards the top of the mat. Lift the chest. And I want you to push back really actively through the left leg so you can feel the frontal of the hip opening here. So you're pushing back, that left leg is really strong. You're going to keep that, and then you're going to slowly, 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 slowly begin to bend into that right knee. Side angle pose. Or you can even take it a little bit deeper if you want and bring the right hand towards the floor. Good, 2 more breaths. Great, come all the way back up through warrior 2, inhale, and then turn towards the left side of your mat and come to horse stance. Sit yourself low. Again, think about the thigh bones moving out of the hip sockets. You draw yourself down, lengthen your tailbone towards the floor. Extend both of your arms up towards the ceiling here. You're going to take your right hand to grab your left tricep behind your head, and the left hand to grab the right tricep. Keep lengthening the tailbone down. Keep pushing the head back into the arms. Keep breathing into the back side of your heart. Take another breath. Inhale. We're going to fold forward. Exhale. Turn the heels out, the toes in. Maybe you release the arms. Maybe you grab the ankles or the feet. For anyone that wants to go really wild, you might even want to come into a tripod headstand. You're going to be here for about 6 breaths. You've got time. Good, 1 more breath. Lovely, coming all the way up. Turn back towards the top of the mat. Frame the front foot. Your choice, either a vinyasa or straight to down dog. And then we're going to take the same sequence on the other side. I'm going to turn myself around so I can face the camera. You don't need to do this. The left leg's going to scissor, breathing in. You're going to step the foot between the hand, pop the back foot down, coming all the way up, warrior 2. And again, focus on tracking this front knee forward, forward, forward towards the top of the mat and back through the outside edge of the back foot. Think about that opening through this frontal hip flexor area and that rectus femoris that we work with the myofascial work. Good, nice. Turn the palms up, inhale. Reverse the warrior, exhale. Keep reaching back through the left fingers. Slowly, slowly straighten the front leg. Keep reaching back, reversing your triangle pose. Lovely. And then inhale, bring yourself up, and exhale, fold over into triangle. Take a breath there in your regular triangle, and then take the arm all the way forward. Turn the pinky finger down. Reach and reach and reach and reach through the pinky finger. Open the chest to the sky. And really notice this whole front part of the hip opening. You can even visualize the right hip point drawing away from the left big toe. Good, 1 more breath. Now keep the back leg strong. Push it down into the floor, down into the floor, down into the floor. Keep it strong, and then slowly, slowly bend into the front knee for side angle pose. Keep the back leg strong. Good. Take one more breath. Inhale, come all the way back up through warrior two. And again, turn yourself into horse to the other side of the mat. Lengthen both arms up to the sky. Bring your left hand to your right tricep first. Right hand to left tricep. Lengthen the tail down. Draw your front ribs in. Push the back of the head into the arms. Breathe into the back of the heart there. Take another few breaths. Good, and then folding forward, exhale, release. 6 nice long breaths here. One more inhale. And then turning back to the top of the mat for a vinyasa. Or again, your choice. You can choose to skip the vinyasa and just come straight to down dog. Good. Inhale. You're going to step the right foot forward between the hands. Exhale, you're going to take the right hand forward in front of your face, and you're going to lift the left leg off the floor and come into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. We're going to hold here for 5 breaths. So you're really thinking about this opening through the left side of the hip, the left quad. 2 more breaths. And then staying on this leg, you're going to turn yourself towards the floor for standing splits. Push down through that right leg, lift the inner part of the left thigh up. Again, go, gadget that left leg back. 3 more breaths. One more breath. You're doing really well. We're staying on this leg. You're going to take the left hand in front of the face. You're going to peel the right arm up to twist into a revolved Trikonasana. 5 breaths. Keep reaching that left foot back. Keep lengthening forward through your spine. 3 more breaths. 1 more breath. Good. Right hand comes down. Step the left leg back. Reverse the warrior. 5 breaths. And you're going to take your left arm behind you, wrap it behind you, and grab the top of the thigh there. Good. One more variation here for 5 breaths in Ardha Chandrasana. Inhale, bring yourself back up, keep the bind, and then you're going to tap that left foot forward and see if you can reach the right hand forward. Turn the chest towards the side. 5 breaths. You've got this. Good. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Lovely. Step it back. Whew. Downward dog. Exhale. Same on the left side. Inhale. Step the left foot through. Take the left hand forward in front of your face. Half moon. Ardha Chandrasana. Lift the right leg up. Spiral the right arm to the sky. 5 breaths. Good. Standing splits. Staying on this left leg. Facing the left leg. Draw the right leg back. 5 breaths. Good. 1 more breath. Right hand comes in front of the face, staying on this left leg. Lift the left arm up to the sky. Revolved half moon. 5 breaths. Keep drawing that left outer hip back away from your left ear. 3 more breaths. You've got this. 2 more breaths. 1 breath. Good. Reverse the warrior. Step it back. 5 breaths. And then this time take the right arm behind you for the bind. Good. Final variation. You're going to come into this Ardha Chandrasana variation. Tap the back foot forward. Keep the bind with the arm behind. See if you can lift the leg. Use the left hand forward. 5 breaths. Good. Step it back. Downward facing dog. Exhale there. If you want a vinyasa, you can take one, or you can just pause. Down dog, child's pose. Up to you. And then from downward facing dog, we're going to do one more thing to open the front of the hip, and then we're going to try a back bend. So lift yourself all the way back up to down dog. If you're not there, step the right foot through between the hands, bring the left knee down. Good. Bend the back knee, reach the right arm behind you, grab the top of your foot. And then lunge forward quite deeply here, so you're opening into the front of the hip and the quad. And then keep that and try and square the chest towards the top of the mat. Good. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Step it back. Down dog. Take a breath there. Inhale. Same on the left side. So step the left foot through. Bring the back knee down. Bend the right knee. Reach the left arm behind you. Grab the top of your foot. And again, sink the hips forward. Find that opening through the front of the right quad and the hip, and then turn the chest towards the top of the mat. Draw your right shoulder back a little bit. Nice. Inhale. Down dog. Exhale. Take a breath. And then jump yourself through to a seat and lie yourself straight down onto your back. And in your own time, you're going to take 3 or 4 rounds of bridge pose or wheel pose if you feel warm enough for wheel pose. And I want you to, as you take yourself into bridge and wheel at your own pace, holding at the top for about 3 breaths each time, just notice how the back bend feels now that you've worked specifically to open through the front of the thigh and the hip. Notice if your back bends feel any different. So breathing in, breathing out, push the floor away through the feet, lift yourself up, holding at the top, 3 or 4 breaths. How does that frontal hip area feel? How does the front of the thighs feel? Rolling back down when you're ready. And again, rolling up and down a few more times. Just feeling into these back bends for yourself. And like I said, if you want to take Urdhva Dhanurasana, wheel pose, if you're feeling the strength of that back bend today, then go for it. Next time that you roll back to the back, allow that to be your resting place. Lengthen your left leg out in front of you. Hug your right knee into the chest. And then just draw the right leg across the body for a spinal twist. Opening the right arm behind you. Slowing down the breath. Allowing the freedom that you've created through the front of the quads and the hips just to resonate through the body. Roll back onto the back, inhale. Extend the right leg out, exhale. Left knee hugs in, inhale. And draw the leg across the body to twist towards the right side. Exhale there. And then it's your choice for your final place of rest. You can either come to Shavasana, just a regular Shavasana. You could take Supta Baddha Konasana with the soles of the feet together and the knees wide. Or you could come up to a seated meditation. If you want to be upright to close your practice. Choosing one of those three options. Bring the awareness back to the basket of your pelvis, front of the hip. Run your attention down to the knee. Notice any changes that have occurred in your system, like through creating this freedom in the front of your hip. And then on an inhale, just roll yourself to one side and come up to a seat. Turning the palms up on the thighs there to receive the boons of the practice. And just see if you can make a commitment to yourself to notice as you go about the rest of your day, perhaps your day tomorrow, how this opening through the front body shifts and changes the space of your mind, and also how you hold the rest of your body. Drawing the hands into a prayer position in front of the heart space and bowing the forehead down. With great respect and love, I honor my heart, my inner teacher. Namaste.